Donegal because he has some questions to answer. Phil, go on, mate.
But listen, first of all, I never heard the call. I got a text message that someone had been
let me summarise it for you, Phil. Our friend, who's a St Mirren fan in Bolton, and that's an unusual juxtaposition, I'll grant you, he says that A, there were no complaints to St Mirren, not from the player, his family, from Hamilton Accies or anyone else. Number two, that the brickbats that were tossed at the boy were justifiable because he was born in Glasgow, isn't really Irish, and yet turned his back on Scotland in order to play for Ireland. And three, and this is why I wanted you back, Phil, that a local reporter in Paisley has sent 3 postings to your site, all of which have been removed, putting St Mirren's side of the story. So I thought I'd give you a chance to answer.
Brilliant. Okay, first of all, we'll start with there's 3 of them. We'll deal with the 3 of them. The boy was booed throughout the game and any time he touched the ball. And in the second half, I was in the away end at New Douglas Park, so I was among the St Mirren's fans. I wasn't up in the press box. I could have been in the press box, but I was among the fans. Anytime James McCarthy was on the ball, a chant of "there's only one plastic paddy" would come up. And that was from a knot of several score of a hardcore support, about 1,500 St Mirren fans. And as I said on my blog, the vast majority of them wasn't involved in this. But there was a hardcore up at the back who indulged in this. 1. 2, that was also heard by Andy McGilvery of the Hamilton Advertiser. I spoke to him the day after. Yeah?
Yeah.
And he heard it. This is the bit that started to concern me as a journalist. He heard it up in the press box. Right?
Yeah.
I then got a text message from a friend of mine who's also a journalist and lives and works in the Western Isles. And he told me, without me telling him, what he heard on BBC Alapa. He could hear them. So first of all,
I don't think there's any doubt that it happened.
Right? Well, fair enough. 1. So 2, is it justifiable? The UEFA guidelines say that racist abuse can be about skin colour, citizenship, national origin, nationality. Right?
Okay.
My belief is this boy was getting targeted, not because he quote-unquote turned his back on Scotland, but because he picked the Republic of Ireland. I think if he had a granny from Wales and pulled on the red of Wales, there wouldn't have been an issue. If instead of being an Irish, of Irish descent, he was of Italian descent, as we know, we have many in the west of Scotland, I don't think it would have been an issue if he was playing for Italy. In terms of my website, I've got 2 rules. First of all, I've had about 40,000 hits in the last couple of days. Just like yourself, the amount of emails you get. I don't put anything up that's abusive or anything that's particularly badly written. I will look in. There's tons of stuff waiting to be put up. I think what you said, stuff had been taken down.
That's what the allegation was,
That is not
yes.
true.
Okay.
That is not true. In fact, I'm just looking at my site now. My techie guys just approved something.
What is your site, by the way, Phil? So I can look at it.
It's my name in Irish, George. It's my name. I use an Irish speaker. It's Phil McGillavon. I can spell it out for you. .com. Now I've just got one from Stuart that's just up here. Clearly disagrees with me, but at least he said that the plastic paddy chant was up. Yeah?
Yeah.
But it was only shouted twice by one individual. So, as they say in the psychotherapy world, it's from another life and another career, we're dealing with the denial part.
Okay, Phil, I think you've made your point very well, and I hope you've answered our listener, Fraser in Bolton, satisfactorily. Now,